100 naira ko. Esambaseko.
Good morning, viewers. You're welcome to the program Lagos This Morning. Today being the 3rd of February 2023. We'll be looking at latest news updates this morning in Lagos State and also across the Federation. My name is Olajide Taufik Olamide.
I am Adeni Adela. Welcome to Lagos This Morning.
All right, let's take a look at the main headlines for the day. Scarcity of naira note is hurting Nigerians. Fashola. Aso Rock forces inciting Nigerians against APC. El Rufai. No sit at home for February election. Hype-up declares. 50 trapped in collapsed Abuja building. Uniben student retaliate soldier assault. Southwest not bastard. We will succeed Buhari. That is coming from the All Progressives Congress chieftain Tinubu. Southern Middle Belt leaders back Peter Obi for presidency. All men cheat except those yet to be born or by Elegushi's wife. All right, let's go straight into the details.
Scarcity of naira notes is hurting Nigerians. Fashola. Minister of Housing and Works Babatunde Fashola has said that there is a need for the naira redesign policy of the Central Bank of Nigeria to be reviewed. Speaking during an interview with Moriah Brown, media personality, the minister stated that the scarcity of the new naira notes is hurting Nigerians. I feel sympathy for the Nigerian people and what they had to go through. Sometimes policies play out like this in the process of implementation. Sometimes it all ends well and sometimes it calls for reconsideration and review. In spite of the fact that the CBN has acted within a spirit and letters of its independence by law, it is important to remember what we serve the public and the public says it is hurting. It is important to take a step back and ask where it is hurting and how we can make it better. It must not be a matter of ego.
Well, we've been seeing a series of videos out there, violent videos in banks and also other financial institution establishment like that. I think the CBN policy is the right one at the wrong time. And the duration is just too short. You can't just ask people, you can't say that the old naira note would stop being a legal tender by January 31st when we don't have enough of the new note. Even me personally, I'm even yet to see the new 200 naira note. I've only seen the 1000 and then the 500.
I've not seen the 500.
I'm yet to see the 200 naira note at all.
I've not seen the 500.
So I saw a series of videos yesterday whereby some guys, I think in Edo State, they actually even tried to destroy the old banking hall or something like that. They've destroyed the old gate and, you know, they probably injured some people as well. And people are now speaking out like, why would I save my money in the bank? Then it is hard for me to get the money back. I think the government needs to act fast on this one.
And you can't even make transfer. That's the worst part of it all. Like, you can't make transfer. Even if you should go out, like, okay, let me make transfer. And now even the POS, I don't know, are they trying to use this as, like, as a form to extort more money from Nigerians? Because I don't understand. You want to withdraw 2,000 naira, now it's 400 naira.
I think when they go to the banks, that they want to change their own old note as well. The banks charge them extra. So the masses are the ones who would pay for the extra charge they pay to the banks. So that's it. You can't pay extra charge to the banks, then you would sell your note at the normal rate. No, it's not possible. You would run at loss. So I think it's not really their fault per se. If the new naira note is, if it was everywhere, like normally they actually disburse it everywhere and people had access to it, easy access, I don't think there would be any extra charge from the POS guys out there. So the government really needs to act fast on this one.
Exactly, because I don't know. We are thinking this is to curb like vote buying, but this is getting too much.
It can't even curb any vote buying. From the day one, I knew that it can't curb vote buying. Why? Because most of these politicians have shares in banks. And it's not possible for your shareholder to say he wants some certain amount of naira notes, let's say 1 billion or something. You should now refuse your shareholder. If he takes out his share, then your bank might actually get liquidated or something like that. So I think all these our politicians, they have this money. Kwakwanso came out to say it now. He said they have this money. Now it is impossible for politicians to ask bank owners for money and they will refuse them. It's not possible.
So they have the money like stock up in their homes already. They are just probably waiting for the
something like that. I even think, aside blaming the CBN, I think number one, I think CBN wanted to use it to curb vote buying.
Yeah.
But the CBN governor Emefiele was not
buying and also money laundering.
Yeah, it was not being political enough. I think he's just a technocrat. He's not a politician. He's not thinking like a politician. If you say you want to use new naira note to curb vote buying, how? You don't have direct access to these people. You will have to hand over this new note to the banks, and the politicians are in connivance with the bank owners. So this money will first of all get to the politicians, and they will hold this money. They will hold this money in so that the people will need it. So by the time election comes in, once they give you this new note, of course now you would want to do their bidding. Or they should say, once you vote for me, I'll give you new note or something like that. I actually saw a particular video of one APC guy. Yeah, they said he was actually exchanging notes for people for free of charge. You know, just to convince them to support his party, stuff like that. Yeah. I saw the video. It's online. It's on Twitter.
Okay, Push Mom, welcome to the show. He said good morning to us. Good morning to you.
Yeah, good morning, Push Mom. I think we didn't see him yesterday.
Yes, Abiola Olalekon, you're welcome to the show.
Yeah.
All right, on to the next one. Okay, sorry. Aso Rock forces inciting Nigerians against APC El-Rufai. Governor of Kaduna State, Nasir El-Rufai, again on Thursday took a swipe at the people he called elements in the presidency, whom he said were bent on inciting voters against the All Progressive Congress. The governor, who said it on a TV Continental program, Journalist Hangout, said the time frame for the cashless policy was inflicting needless pains on Nigerians. El-Rufai said this just as the APC presidential candidate Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu at the party's campaign rally in Osogbo urged the electorate to troop out to vote, even if they devalue the naira drastically.
Well, saying that the presidency is actually inciting Nigerians against APC, well, I think there is crisis in the APC like that. Maybe, from what I'm seeing, the presidency does not want to support Tinubu. Because we noticed that during the primary election as well, I think they were more of Oshimbaju and Ahmed Lawan. They didn't really support Tinubu. But Tinubu found his way and actually clinched the presidential ticket, the ticket of the APC. So, if the APC actually, if the presidency incites the people against APC, then I think that means the presidency might be working for Atiku. Me personally, that's just my personal opinion.
The presidency?
Yes, something like that.
For Atiku.
Yeah. I think then that means Buhari might be working for Atiku if he's not working for Buhari, for Tinubu. Because if you look at it, there is more, he has more affiliation to Atiku than Tinubu. Because if we talk about political affiliations like APC and the likes, we've noticed so far so good all these years, politicians just up from political parties, from the APC to PDP, jump to any party that favors you. So there's not so much importance in that party. But when it comes to the tribe, the tribal card has really been played over time. Maybe we've seen people, okay, let's say the Northerners now, they would actually support their people to actually be the president. So I think if he's not working for Tinubu, then maybe directly or indirectly or through his policies, then that means, to me, I feel like he might be supporting a Northerner, which would surely be maybe Atiku. Because Atiku now is not even saying anything about the G5 governors anymore. So that means he's looking at somewhere else to get either the same capacity of the G5 governors or more than.
Because for him to have said, with or without the G5 governors, they are still going to, he's still going to win the presidency.
Yeah.
Which means he has a lot of, probably courage stored up somewhere.
It's not even about courage. It's based on political calculations and stuff like that.
He has done the calculation already.
And even said Peter Obi or Kwakwanso that would meet two of them, that either of them might step down for him.
No, but the campaigns of that's LP and NNPP,
yeah,
they said they are not in talks with
Yeah.
like with Atiku.
Yeah, they said it, but I think to me personally, I think if any of this party, I don't see the Labour Party stepping down for
It's not possible.
Atiku. It's not possible. But
NNPP.
to me, from my calculations, even if Kwankwaso would support
Atiku,
it won't be openly, and it won't be a direct support. It might be an indirect support, like an underground stuff. Because if Buhari actually supports Atiku, then if Kwankwaso gives some of his votes to Atiku, then I think Atiku might clinch the presidency.
Wow, we have a comment here. Push more. Nigerians, we don't know what we want. Even POS people were using the opportunity to put more hardship to Nigerians. Until we change, we shouldn't talk about these killers of destiny, cause sin is sin.
You see, at times,
I said
you
that
don't really
POS
blame the POS guys.
No, they're extorting too much. How can it be? Okay, fine. Okay. There is scarcity of naira notes outside there. But like, if you want to add your own like probably profit or something, 400 naira on 2,000 naira.
Wait. Okay, let's say you are operating a POS machine now. You are a POS operator. Then you go to the bank that you want to exchange your money. Let's say ₦1 million, and they tell you if you want to exchange this ₦1 million for a new note, you would have to pay 1.1 million naira. Who will pay for the extra 100,000 naira charge that you paid to the bank? You will charge it on your customers, and they have to pay it because they need the money. So I think to some extent, had it been this money is so available for everybody, then the POS guys won't even be able to do anything. Because when we were still focused on the old naira notes, we were not talking about POS guys. Even the fee, the charges was so small, probably 100 naira out of 1,000 naira, even 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, it was still 100 naira. But now I think the CBN needs to be clear with all these things. They need to give us a breakdown of how they actually shared this new note. If they said, okay, they've disbursed 50 billion naira of the new notes, how many billions did you disburse to Lagos State, to Ogun State, to Osun State, to Rivers State? Then let the people know, like, so out of the maybe 200 billion that has been disbursed to this particular state, and we are still not seeing our money out there, then the people would actually get angry.
I think the people that has the money is the elite.
Of course, they have the money
because most of them going to parties, we can see them spending the money there.
Yeah, spraying the money.
Spraying the money like lavishly.
Yeah.
Like, I still have more. Sure, you get something like I still have more. Like, I was like, and this thing is scarce. But some people are going to parties and spraying like the money like I don't care.
It's because they have a lot of the money. Kwakwanso came out earlier. I said it earlier. He said they have the money. It is impossible for banks to refuse politicians of this new note. It's impossible. So I feel like immediately CBN disbursed this money to the banks. They ordered this money. They kept it, probably in their safe or something, for the politicians to come, and they will do probably trade by barter or, make huge amount of profit from that, because they are making lesser profit from the people and more profit from the politicians.
Oh, yeah. All right. No seat at home for February election, IPOB declares. The indigenous people of Biafra has announced that it will not be issuing any seats at home order in the southeast during the February election. The separatist group, in a statement released on Thursday, February 2nd, also warned the pan-Nigeria president of Igbo Extraction Coalition to desist from linking IPOB with the enforcement of sit-at-home orders to blackmail IPOB and ESN.
Well, I think that's a good one from the southeasterners. I think
it's actually a very good one, because I thought they won't be voting, actually. They want a different agenda, different things.
Yes,
so
I
thought
Biafra.
So I thought they won't be voting. But them saying there won't be any seats at home during the February
that means
election,
they will
come out to vote.
I think they should come out to vote, because at times when you're agitating for something, okay, let's say for so many years now they've been agitating for Biafra, and Biafra has not been actualized. Then why don't you try voting? Because even the Yoruba Nation agitators as well come outside and vote. Then probably after you voted this person, if the person now, fix the economy, make things work, your mind might even change. And you feel like, okay, since what we want to get from either Biafra Nation or Yoruba Nation, we are getting it here already. Why don't we just move along with these people and probably, enter into politics and get to the top or something? So I think it's a good one from the Southeasterners. It's a good one. And also for the election in general, Because if there's still sit at home in the Southeast, then it will be given INEC headache. So I think it's a good one for INEC as well and Nigerians at large.
Okay. 50 trapped in collapsed Abuja building. An eyewitness at the building collapse scene explained. He said some people were up, some people started work today, some were on the last floor. Asked how many people were in the building as of the time of the collapse. He said more than 50. I thank God that you can see how they are rescuing victims. There are still people inside calling for help. We came here on Monday. We didn't see any signs. It was this morning about 11 a.m. that we heard an explosion and the building came down.
Wow. I actually saw the video a few minutes back where the building collapsed. Not as the building was collapsing, so that it has already collapsed. They were still working on the building as of the time the building collapsed, and about 50 people were in there. Some has been rescued already, while some are still deep down inside the building there. I think it just boiled down to the effectiveness of the of the state government. Yeah, because when you are erecting a kind of big structure like that, there should be safety measures, investigations,
stuff like that.
And there should be checks there by the government agencies. They should check the equipment they are using, if it is quality one or substandard ones, and if it is substandard ones, they need to be penalized. I think Lagos State is really working on that.
Yes,
they are really working on that. You
They
can't
are
just
working on
say you want to build something, then you buy your land and start
then
building.
you have no structure, nothing.
No approved plan, no
stuff like that.
You don't do that here. So I think it boils down to that's the kind of challenge to the state government.
Yeah.
They should be able to track all buildings in the old Abuja territory there. So they should be able to track them, then make sure people actually go to the government, let them see, and the government should also inspect the materials they want to use. So this kind of thing would be averted.
Exactly.
It won't happen again. Because let's say all the 50 guys actually died now. They have families, they have loved ones. Even some of them might be having a bright future, but now it has been cut short.
Whoa. Uniben students retaliate soldier assault. Some students of the University of Benin on Thursday assaulted a soldier who came inside their campus to use the automated teller machine. According to a tweet which shared a video of the incident, the soldier was alleged to have asked his female colleague to beat a female student, who they thought was doing a video recording of them. The tweet said, soldiers came into Uniben to withdraw money from the ATM. They forcefully used the machines and at a point asked a female soldier to beat up a female student because they thought she was recording them. The students did not take the harassment lightly as they retaliated. It's actually a good thing. I like the fact that they retaliated, but then they are officers of the law.
So that now means that you should go against the law, or you are bigger than the law.
They could have reported them
to Buhari.
What if they are arrested, the students?
How do they want to arrest them?
They can't even arrest them because they came in
in thousands. They came in large numbers. Well, I as long as I don't support violence in any way, But two wrongs doesn't make it right. Two wrongs doesn't make it right. If the soldiers have actually tried to harass this girl, probably the guys there should have just rescued the girl and just allowed the soldier to go. Not actually doing the same thing back to the soldier. But on the other hand, if we talk about this person or someone on the right, then we'll go back to the left as well. The soldier as well. You came from somewhere else into their school compound, and then they were on the queue. You didn't queue with them. You now wanted to,
all these soldiers, they like to exercise their power. Yes.
What kind of power is that?
It's the truth. Even if they should enter a public bus, they'll be like, they used to say
staff.
I'm a staff. Which one is your staff? Okay, pay money, Joe. Which one is your staff? What's that?
I think the level of impunity in the military, in the Nigerian military, should be checked.
Yes,
it's just too much. There are times when our soldiers they are being respected, we respect them so much, but most times when they actually put on that uniform, it's as if there's a kind of spirit that possesses them.
Exactly.
You just feel like they can do anything and get away with it.
Why do you think people go out to go and fake that uniform just to extort money from people? Because of the fear.
Just because of that uniform.
Exactly.
But those Uniben guys were so very, very courageous. They were not even scared of the uniform. They even asked them to lie down.
Whoa.
They
like
forcefully made sure he was laid down like this. One guy actually stepped on his back.
Wow.
Though I don't support violence, but we need to check our military guys there. The kind of impunity they actually, exhume out there is just out of the world. And to some extent, I think those Uniband guys, they stood their ground. Even more soldiers actually came. Now started chanting, how many students soldiers go kill you? So, all those kind of Aluta songs.
How many soldiers go?
But next time like that, I think they should actually just join the queue. Though there are good ones, there are good ones that would just peacefully join the queue with you.
Or probably if you're in a hurry, you could have asked them, I'm sorry, please, I'm in a hurry. Can I quickly make use of the ATM? Like,
politely. And people feel like, God, don't worry, just use it. Just use it and go. But you want to impose on the people there. And right now, the people there, they are even angry. Because they want to withdraw this money that is not enough for them on the queue. Then you want to even take out of the share. No, they would get mad. We are all humans. We have blood running in our veins. Exactly. So if they retaliate like that, it's just normal. But they should also check it. I don't support violence in any way. So 2 wrongs doesn't make it right. Push
Mom said, please let us ask El Rufai a few questions. What did he say about the same man he is presenting to us Nigerians? Olamide, I sent someone almost 300k, but the same guy told someone in my presence to pay more if he needs money. So I have to give the person and ask him to transfer to my Oga account. Please let us call a sin, no matter how we think or see it. That's what I'm saying.
I don't understand.
Like the POS matter now.
Yeah.
You said he sent someone 300,000 naira, but the same guy actually told someone in his presence to pay more if he needs the money.
To pay more?
Like he wants to withdraw the money.
Naira, new one or the old one?
The new one, I think.
Okay.
So he's telling the guy, like, you have to pay more to get this money. Imagine paying, like, once you withdraw 300k, imagine paying like 400k. Does it make any sense?
Well,
that's too much.
No, well, to be sincere now, even if the government are actually doing something bad to us, we shouldn't be doing more to ourselves.
Exactly what I'm saying. Nigerians tend to like
take advantage of things.
They take advantage of things. You will go to the market like, okay, I want to buy. Let's say you want to go and buy fish. You'll be like, I thought this thing was 1,500. No, petrol is expensive. Petrol and fish. How does it correlate? I don't understand.
Oh God.
So Nigerians tend to like take advantage. We
haven't ash on ourselves, and the government knows it. That's why they do anything and they go scot-free with it. Because I think we are just so accustomed with, what's it called?
Abnormality.
Yeah. Okay,
Southwest not bastards. We will succeed. Buhari. That is coming from Tinubu. The All Progressive Congress APC presidential candidate Bola Tinubu has insisted that the Southwest would produce President Muhammadu Buhari's successor.
Wow.
Tinubu said the Southwest supported the North to produce a president, hence the region would succeed Buhari in February. He spoke during his presidential campaign rally in Osogbo, the Osun State capital. Tinubu said the fuel and currency scarcity would not stop Nigerians from voting him as president come February 25.
Well, I think that word we used there should have been I. It shouldn't be we. Because now you are talking about we. You are taking the whole of Southwest. But during the killings, I could remember very well that Sunday Igboho came out. Did he come out to talk to speak in support of the Southwesterners?
All of them just like they.
During the EndSARS protest, Southwesterners were killed there. This fuel scarcity, Southwesterners are actually part of this thing.
Even the Senate president, I said the Senate president, the Senate House,
yeah,
the people there, they didn't say anything. But now,
so now that he needs the people's votes, he's now using the word we.
We.
I think anyone would just be insensitive or insensible to fall for that kind of gimmick. Because when we actually need you, you were not there. After the EndSARS, what did he say? When they interviewed him, he said they need to ask us questions. What were we doing there? Why were they there? And what time did they stay there till? You know, Mr. Macaroni was part of them. Is Mr. Macaroni not a Yoruba man?
He is.
So what are we talking about? If anybody should fall for that word we, then that person is insensible. So you can't use we for now that you need us. Then you use I. What did he say? He said Southwesterners made Buhari the president. No. He said in Abeokuta by himself that he himself, that after God, he made Buhari
as the president.
Now you are coming to say that Southerners made Buhari. No, Southerners didn't make Buhari president. You personally, you brought Buhari to us. Exactly. And we've seen what Buhari has done to us. So now you give us Buhari, the people should now vote for you that presented Buhari to us. Of course, now they said, what's it called?
Birds
of the feather flock together.
Exactly.
So we should vote for someone who brought Buhari to us, who has kept us in this fuel scarcity, in naira depreciation. You called out Buhari a few days ago that they spoiled the economy from 200 naira to 800 naira, depreciated the naira.
There is even one news I saw online. They said Nigerian farmers vowed 17 million votes for Tinubu.
All those ones is just to collect their money.
It's not even possible.
Nigerian farmers.
17 million votes.
They will get it, no problem. Where will they get it from? How many farmers do we have?
I don't know. Where? It's not possible.
See, I think that word we. You shouldn't use the word we.
They want to carry Baba Gogo.
They just want to collect their money.
They just want to collect this money, exactly.
And from what I'm seeing so far, the presidency is not working in favor of Tinubu.
It's not working, but they are trying to make it seem like as if they are like united.
They are not united, it's obvious.
Exactly,
it's obvious. And they've started one kind of, what's it called, Operation Still Waters in Lagos now. Maybe they are picking up all these woodlums every night.
I know this, don't let me say anything. I wanted to say about these woodlums. Do you know they are kind of like part of the NERT stuff like that?
Something like that. But I also think that, anyone would be a fool to actually underestimate Asiwaju Bola Tinubu.
I'm not in that.
Because he is a master tactician. He knows how to play his game and he knows how to win. He knows it very well. He has stayed too long in the political space, so he knows everything. He might be having the
fear of losing, but then he knows how to get
He knows how to get things done. So I actually think by this time, if they start the Operation Still Waters, I think Tinubu would get the better of them. He would outsmart them. You see, if you want to actually, if you want to face someone, you have to think like that person. If you want to think like a politician now and you want to start, Operation Still Water, let's say, imagine that the president wants to use this to actually clamp down on the thugs or probably the people that Tinubu might be using for the election. It shouldn't be now. It is too early now. The election is on the 25th. Today is 3rd.
Today's 3rd, that's 22.
Something like that. You should have allowed these people to relax and strategize. Then maybe on the 18th or the 19th or 20, 5 days to the election, if you pick them up, it will destabilize everything. But by now, they would regroup. How many people do you want to arrest?
They will regroup and keep those ones probably where...
And other ones that they are yet to even pick up now, they will lay low.
That's what I'm trying to say. Like they will lay low.
So when you want to outplay a politician or you want to outsmart, you think like that person. If you are thinking like the person, you will be steps ahead of that person.
Is making gaps, doing that, but then this man knows what exactly...
You can't underestimate him.
Exactly.
It knows the terrain so much. So
okay, Pushman said, election in the southeastern part of Nigeria is 50-50 because I communicate with my friends from there. On the issue of Nigeria army, politicians have turned them into nothing. So who is going to value them again?
Nobody. They've turned them into just a mere tool. Just to go and kill this guy.
To execute their
something like that. Even the police force, the military, and the likes. There are good ones there.
The police force, I don't know. Is there still any like good officials?
There are good ones there, but the bad ones, I think they are even more than the good ones now. The bad ones are much.
Because I'm still going to be saying this because they are yet to come out to say anything about Gafari Ibrahim and Bolanle Rahim. And today is 3rd of February.
I saw an update on it.
What's the update? The man has been executed.
He has not been executed. They are still in court.
Why are they still in court? What investigation are they still trying to make? They are going to eventually say it is an accidental discharge, something like that. Yeah,
it was under the influence of something of higher power or something like that. Like power above his mental capability.
Unseen power. Nigerians. Okay. South and Middle Belt leaders back Peter Obi. The Southern and Middle Belt Leaders Forum has endorsed the presidential candidate of the Labour Party in the forthcoming presidential election, Peter Obi, and his running mate, Dati Baba Ahmed, describing them as the best among others. The SMBLF backed Obi on Thursday after its marathon meeting in Abuja, attended by the leaders of the Middle Belt Forum, Afenifere, Owaneze, Indigbo, Pan-Niger Delta Forum, and a cross-section of dignitaries and opinion leaders from the country.
Well, the Southern and Middle Belt Forum endorsing Peter Obi, I think it's just normal for them.
They have always declared their support for Peter Obi, Afenifere, Owaneze.
The Owaneze, Indigbo, Afenifere, and the Middle Belt Forum as well. Which autumn is there?
Ha.
Yeah.
Which mom they vex so?
What did you say?
I cannot read it out because we have some Tinubu's
Come on, read it out.
Tinubu's lovers.
No,
Okay.
Read it out.
He said, I'm not the one. Tinubu, with due respect, you will be following yourself if you think Buhari is supporting you. Northerns are the master of this game called national politics.
Yeah. I've been thinking about
That's
this
what
thing.
you said about Atiku.
Well, some people told Tinubu then, according to what I heard, they told him then that don't make this guy the president too. If you make him the president, he would not repay you with anything. He would not make you the president back. He would support his brother. And maybe it was like, okay, don't worry, I know how to do this thing. I know how to play the game. Though, even if the Northerners know how to play this game very well, they know how to play it. But I still can't underestimate the power of Fashola.
Jagaban.
Yes, it's the Jagaban. So I can't underestimate him at all. But I think
it might not be the one executing the plans, but then once you give like instructions, like do this way, go this way, go to this person.
He's just like a director.
A director. The way they directed Bullion Vance by mistake. I'm sorry.
Well, I think
oh my God.
I think the Northerners, when we talk about the North now, they have the the voting power. But when we look at the voting power, when we look at what they call structure over there, it is people that they've impoverished, people that are uneducated. And if you don't educate someone, it is only possible that they will do your bidding. Even if, okay, let's say, okay, me now that I'm educated, you can't just come to me and start playing, okay, let's say what Tinubu said to the Osun people now that we Southerners, was I there with you when you were making him president? Exactly. Don't use the word we, use I. Hi, Tinubu, I made Buhari the president, so now you should give it back to me. But he now told them that we Southerners, we made Buhari the president, so he should make us. Us, how many of us?
I think Buhari is up to something.
I told you earlier
Buhari is up to something.
He might want to, tilt towards Atiku side. And just imagine imagine Buhari support Atiku, then Kwankwaso gives his vote to Atiku. It will be a landslide victory. A landslide victory. But I think, from my calculations, if it goes that way, then I think the outcome would be something we wouldn't want to talk about. It would be a bad one.
Be very angry.
I think it would be a bad one because now there's agitation from the southeast and also the Yoruba nation. So now imagine we've had Buhari for 8 years in Northern. Now if another Northerner should win again, I think it will just show that Nigeria is not ready to be united.
See, that's when this person will not come up again.
No, Sunday go.
Yes.
I think it will just show that Nigeria, we just need to
they will not even release Nnamdi Kanu again. Like they will not release him again. Like, oh, just be staying there.
Oh God.
They will not release him again.
Yeah.
Okay, Mboka Nabiso, he said bonjour.
Bonjour.
Bonjour means good morning, right?
Yeah, good morning. I don't really understand French.
He said good morning, Nigeria. Good morning to you, Mr. Mboka.
Yeah.
Okay, and the last one here, this one I don't understand, Sha, but let's read it.
Yeah.
All men cheat except those yet to be born. Oba Elegushi's wife. Why they spread your hand? You won't spread Bama. Queen Sekinat Aramide Ajoke, the first wife, Oba Alayelua Said Ademola Elegushi, has said all men are promiscuous in nature except those that are yet to be born. The monarch's wife, who stated this in an interview with BBC News Yoruba, said that she is not bothered about her husband's love for women because none can take her place in his life. She recalled how she met the king and married him despite the fact that he loves women a lot. That is you. I am not you. My name is not Sekinat. My name is Adiola. And we are quite different.
I know.
Thank you.
You are the same by gender.
But we are not
every woman on the surface of this planet has the same thinking as this woman. There won't be any marital issue whatsoever. In fact, there won't be divorce. Everything will just be going seriously.
So we should not accept abnormalities as
it is not abnormal.
What are you saying, Olamide?
I'm
always arguing with you on this case. Olamide, you are going to be very, very like promiscuous in future.
Have you dated me before?
I don't have to date you to know that.
No, you can't judge a book by its cover.
I'm judging you by your cover now.
No, you can't judge me by my cover.
Because your cover looks dirty. I don't understand. So let me tell you something. If men keep having this kind of mentality, like all men cheat, you know, this is the kind of mentality that they have, that all men cheat, and they be like, okay, let me cheat since all men cheat.
No,
even some people don't want to cheat, but
see,
because
the life of a man, okay.
What happened? But because they have this mentality, like, okay, all men cheat, so they can also cheat. It doesn't make any sense.
See, women are on the receiving end.
What receiving end? What
See,
are you receiving?
The life of a man and a woman can never be equal. It will never ever be. Even right from inception, see, there's hierarchy in everything.
Wait,
even in heaven,
I think I'm going
men
to sign
will
up for
always be above women.
I'm going to sign up for feminism. I'm a feminist now. Like, Olamide, let me tell you something.
Okay.
Okay, if you are saying all men cheat, what happens if a woman should cheat?
Then if she should, then that's the end of it. She should go and look for another husband. Bye bye. She will go and look for another husband.
This topic.
So you can see that it's a man's
I'm going
world.
to drag this topic very soon. Just watch out.
It's a man's
Olamide,
world.
let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. In this life,
Okay.
what you cannot take, don't give it to others.
Okay. What you can't take?
Yes.
And she should go and take it. I see.
You can't accept cheating.
Husband, wait.
But you can cheat. Who does that?
She chose to accept it now. Of course, if you don't like it, you go. Then the one, just look at this woman's thinking. God. That woman is blessed. She will never have IBP because she's giving herself peace of mind that once I still remain the 001 of this house, any other girl is a counterfeit. She gets something like that. Why you not angry? It's a man's word. Okay, a man marries a woman, he builds his own house, he has cars. Let's say he opens business with the woman for the woman, and everything is going on smoothly. Then this man decided that, oh, see, Jerry, money did your man just do one or two, she gets, and then he does it. Then he comes home. Then probably the lady finds out, and then she start talking, or she gets provoked, and then out of anger, she carries her belonging back to her parents' house. See, before she comes back, another lady is there. She has been replaced.
And you're going to be someone's like husband in the future.
Yeah.
I hope she's watching.
Even if she's watching, then she cheats. Bye bye. Go to your husband's
But you
house.
can cheat.
It's my house. It's my life. I chose to do it. I can't take it, but if you can take it, then we are fine. Here you get.